Hey man,
Ooh.
hey man, what in the whole
Oh,
happened to Cam, man? What the fuck happened with Cam the other day, man?
oh my God. What happened to my man Cam? What's up, everybody? Welcome to TIPI. I'm the loudmouth Zanie K. That's my brother.
KisAlan, the KisAlan experience.
Uh okay. What's Cam? About 6'9", 6'10"?
I mean, athletic, ripped, still kind of in playing shape.
Yup, 250. What
Easy.
what what was these kids thinking when they rushed Cam like that, man? Have you seen the video though?
I watched the video, man. It was chaotic. First of all, his security is fired.
Yeah, everybody on the security team is fired. Y'all all fired. Everybody is gone. Like y'all not, I saw at the end of the video, right? The video that's available to us right now, where they came in at the end and broke it up as some bystanders. But dude, you supposed to be standing on next to me on the
But
stage.
I will tell you this.
Oh my
Give
God.
it credit to Cam, man. I saw bodies flying, and his
Yeah,
was
yeah.
one of them.
He put in a little work. He defended himself. But this is what I like about it, man. He did not, you know, in the video that's available to us, allegedly, you know, you got to say that nowadays. He ain't throw a punch. I seen him sling some people around. I seen him use his hat to block to block some punches.
Yeah. The other
He had
part, the hat
somebody in a
never came
headlock.
off.
Yes, he had somebody else over here, but he wasn't throwing no punches because you know once that happens and one of these kids get popped upside the head, now they a victim.
They the victim.
So but you know, as to what the interesting part is, what do we think that was said or done that
I
sparked
mean,
the whole?
let me hold on in honor of Cam. I gotta
Yeah, yeah. We didn't talk about Cam. You got to get your Cam cap. You
I
got to
gotta
get
do
your
my due diligence for my main man Cam.
got to showcase your haberdashery. Oh, that's Cam.
Ah!
That's Cam right there.
You know what I'm thinking, man. I really look
Oh,
forward to him sitting down talking about this because one thing about the
yeah,
brother, he's
yeah,
extremely transparent. He gonna let us
yeah,
know everything that happened, right?
yeah,
He
yeah.
gonna let us know everything that happened, and I just wish everybody that was a part of that well, man. They talk about this 20 seconds of insane courage, right?
Yeah.
Often we want to use it in a positive manner, where you use 20 seconds to do your elevator speech, or you use 20
Right,
seconds
right,
to finish a race, not to
right,
do
right,
nothing crazy.
right, right. No, the other interesting part is that this just happened over the weekend. We're talking about it. It's only gonna grow because everybody now is waiting for Cam's response. I'm gonna tell you, Kiss. The interesting part about this is Cam's Cat Williams. This is
Talk to
this
me about
this
that.
is this is Cat Williams. This is the incident that the thing that's gonna push his his video podcast over the top in the same way that Cat Williams did for Unc. You know what I'm saying? For Shannon Sharp. I really believe that this is it because we're watching the video. We're gonna consume that on TMZ, on all the blog, everybody gonna do a response and everybody gonna show the video over and over as much as keeps coming out. But we're really waiting for him to respond. That's gonna be his Cat Williams. That's gonna bring everybody in. We're gonna find out. And now the eyeballs are gonna be because he has an excellent podcast. His
He
podcast
does.
is excellent.
He goes in. He talks a lot of shit. And this
Yeah.
seems like one of them instances where it caught up with him, right? He was
Yeah.
on site.
Them
He was on
ATL
site,
boys.
and that ain't wishing him no ill, right?
Them
But
ATL
he was
boys
on
said, "What you
site,
say? What you say?"
and it went down what they say. But he
Yeah.
stood, from what I can see, allegedly,
Yeah.
he
Right.
stood 10 toes down. He didn't knock none of them boys upside their head. His
We'll take a
hat.
sip.
Shout out, shout out.
Shout
Let them
out to
get a sip.
Cam.
Let them get a sip while they listen.
There
Y'all
you
sip,
go.
sip, sip. Here,
That's
here,
that
here, here.
Bud
Let me
Light
let me
next,
know.
no carbs. If you know, you know. If you if you're on a carb free diet, you know what that is. Shout out Bud Light, long life
Uh,
fam.
That's what's up. We're gonna shout out everybody till we get us a sponsor.
Do we get some sponsorships in the dog?
We're gonna shout out
What's up,
everybody,
my ninja?
but the interesting part is, man, to your point, this is gonna go on and on over the next few days.
Yep.
And so we get an opportunity to revisit it once more information.
Yep. We gonna talk with Cam. This this thing persists, KisAlan, and I just want to get something out there. I just want to talk about it, and a couple of people touched on it, namely Dave Chappelle. But what he said about we're talking about the Cat Williams interview. What he said about this angst, this feeling to go at each other for whatever purpose. I think again, that Cat Williams set the tone, and now all of these comedians and different people going at each other. It's not a conversation anymore. It's not a behind the scenes. Let's talk between me and you. Now everybody throwing everybody else straight under the bus. You know what I mean? What is it about this comedy thing now that has everybody going at everybody? We was talking about this thing with Corey Holcomb, right? And how he said something about Dave Chappelle only hang out with, and what he did to Most Def. And I don't want to repeat some of the stuff he said because it is severely homophobic. But where did that come from? All of a sudden now we want to do this? Why?
I just think, man, to be quite honest, man, we OD'd on content.
Okay.
I think that at the end of the day,
yeah,
for as rich and famous as some of these guys are, man, a lot of people just running out of ideas. And you want to be as outlandish with some of your stuff as you can. And whether these things are true or not, it begs you to think, why is all this coming out? Why is this narrative now about me outing you or you outing me? Now, that doesn't mean I agree or disagree with any of this stuff that's going on, but when you look at it in its totality, it's a lot of Black folk going at each other. I don't see nobody else but us kind of going at each other. And
going at each other.
It's selling. And so we gotta be careful. These, and I'm always take the high road. These babies watching, and I think that we got way more. We got some fun with it, but at its fullest point, we need to be breathing life into some of these opportunities we have. Right.
Exactly. I mean, man, just think how many eyeballs is on you now. This platform transcends TV, transcends cable, transcends Netflix, transcends anything. You got a lot of eyeballs on you, or the potential for a whole lot of eyeballs. And if this is your only approach, I get it. Shock value. We need to get some people tuning in. We need to get some subscribers, like and subscribe and all that. But man, I mean, if we continue to do this, it's not going to look good. They talk about all the violence and everything that's in hip hop, right? And now you got all these people jumping over to this platform, bringing all of that same, the negativity. Well, I'm going after you, and I need what you got, and you shouldn't say this to me.
Think about it. It stems back from that man running on that stage at the Oscars a few years back, right? Will and Chris. This, if we really want to trace this thing back, it traces back to that incident. Prior to that
moment,
we didn't have much of that, right? And so we just got to be careful, man, and don't fall for it.
That's interesting, right there.
With this ability to go live and to talk in the tone and say what you want and keep it 100, 10 toes down, there's a responsibility, man. And when we fail to realize that there's a responsibility, what do you say? When keeping it real goes wrong. When keeping it real goes wrong. When we fail to realize that there's a responsibility, man, and you get just as many hits, having fun, but talking about some real shit.
Yeah.
Right? That's the interesting part.
All right. Talking about some real shit, man. It's TIPI. That's your boy KisAlan. My name is Zanie. They call me the loudmouth. That's what my mama said from a young age. Like and subscribe to the channel if you like what we talking about. If you think this is interesting, what I think is really interesting, and we both hardcore, originally from Chicago, Chi-Town homeboys, made good, hardcore
Shout out
Chicago
Chi-Town.
Bulls fan. Chicago Bull. What is going? Speaking of negativity and going at each other, what is going on with Scottie and Horace and Luke Longley from the Chicago Bulls going on tour because they want to talk about the championship runs and what is going on? First of all, what's going on with Scottie, man? Is he okay? Is he okay?
Man, Scottie ain't been right since Larza, started running around with Mike's son, right?
Well,
And
with Future before that.
well, Future, Mike's son,
and probably about 15 more of these. You know what I mean?
that
I'm
whole
saying?
thing, that whole
Oh my
thing,
God.
man. That whole thing, man, it can mess with your mental, right? And what we're watching right in
This
front of
boy
our
Paul.
eyes is the lack to transform yourself and continue to build on the legacy that you had. He's sitting still right now, man. He don't know
Yeah.
where his hair braided or wear it in a ponytail or wear it in an afro. Man, he got some good stuff going on. He got one of his sons that's with the Grizzlies, his other young son, right? And so the idea that they go on tour and begin to even talk faintly about a time in their life that brought so much people joy, to spew so much negativity in that vibe, man, at that man, it's just sad. But once again,
Jesus Christ. I mean, man, Michael Jordan must be rolling over in his grave. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what can he possibly be thinking? I don't understand where Scottie is coming from. But you know what, man? Scottie's a bitch. I got proof, but I got receipts. But but for him to enlist these other guys, and now here we go. We got so much we need to talk about and share it out. And like you said, putting a downer on something that brought so much joy to so many people for so many years, and then it's all about the ring culture, right? You got to get this ring. You got to get this championship. LeBron ain't never gonna be better than Jordan because Jordan got 6 rings. It's all about the ring. So when you telling me these dudes is gonna go on tour talking about how terrible it was that we got these championship rings and I got 3 and he got 3, but oh my God, it was so. Listen, dude,
it's
I
amazing.
just
It's
amazing.
amazing, right? And the interesting part is you're not talking to guys who went throughout their career losing. Luke Longley
Right.
played. If I do my due diligence, Luke Longley played for the Bulls. I don't know whether or not the Bulls drafted him. I got to do my homework there, but he got 3 rings. He got back to back to back, right? 3 rings.
Yeah.
Horace Grant, who came in at a pivotal time in '87 when the transition was going on, played his way into being a major pro.
That's right.
You know, when I look at it, right? So let's look at it like this. The top 5 reasons, right? The top 5 and why.
The top 5 and why. All right,
right?
let's go in. Give me the top 5 and why.
Give me your top 5 on why you feel like these 3 have gone on this No Bull tour talking about that situation.
All right, number 5, Horace Grant is a rat fink. He got called out that he gave all the details about the team to the guy who wrote the book, right?
Right.
And they called him out. He said it wasn't me. Everybody, including the coach, said it was him. He said it wasn't me, and now he want to appeal to people that it wasn't him. That's number 5. Number 4, Luke Longley was soft. He played, the game at a high level because Mike stayed on his back. Luke Longley was not. When I say soft, I mean he wasn't consistent with his effort. If you didn't stay on his back and continuously challenge him, so he's still mad. He's still mad. He big, strong, $80 million richer, but he's still mad because Mike pushed him. Number 4, Scottie Pippen's a bitch, and I'm gonna come back to that. Number 2, because they feel like, because even though, let me put it like this: no good deed goes unpunished. In every frame of that film, in his Hall of Fame speech, in every interview, in the championship interviews when he won the MVP, he told Scottie, "You come over here, put your hand on this trophy. We're gonna hold it up." He said, anytime you see me in them clips, you see Scottie. If I'm MVP, I share it with him. I'll keep the trophy. He might get the car. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
No good deed goes unpunished. Scottie's a bitch, which brings me to number 1. I'm going to show you something, man. I want to show you something real quick. You see this? You see this right here? This is something I had for a long time. It's sculpted. Don't it look just like the Chicago Bulls logo? It's got the brass. It's got the brass ring.
Blur off. Take your blur off.
Take my blur off?
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that. Hold up. I don't know how to do that, bro.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, but let me just look. I will show you. Now I'm gonna show you on the back. You see what that is right there on the top? That's Dennis Rodman. That's his autograph. He autographed this for me. Right? You see what that is? Where is it? You see what that is on the back at the bottom?
That's Michael Jordan.
That's Michael Jordan's autograph. Michael Jordan autographed this for me. Let's go back a little bit. I used to host these parties in Minneapolis for this club, and every year they would have the Trent Tucker golf tournament. And Mike would come because Mike and Trent was tight, and all the Bulls would come. In fact, all the players from the NBA. So one party I was hosting, all of them was there. Mike signed this for me. I brought this down to the club. I said, I need Mike, Dennis, and Scottie, right? The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. That's how I call it, right? Mike signed it. Rodman signed it. I went to Scottie. You know what he said?
What?
Nah, fam. Nah, fam. Nah, fam. I was like, Scottie, I got Dennis and Mike to sign it. If you sign it in the beacon, he was like, nah, fam. Scottie's a bitch. That's my number 1 of my top 5. Scottie's a bitch. Tell him I said so. Unless you want to sign it, Scottie. If you sign it, man, we'll be all right. We'll be back.
We'll renege on that.
We'll be back. But
my top 5, I think that's good. This brother got archive. I ain't got no archive. My top 5 is number 5. Once again, I go back to one of my original statements. People want to feel relevant in this time. And if you got some information, if you got some juicy gossip, then you good. Those 3 together, if I have a layman scene, they're making bread going on tour talking about this man. So number 5 to me is the screen time, the scene time. I get to be seen again. I get to put on the
People gonna come out.
My documentary wasn't enough.
Right.
Number 4, they just ain't relevant no more, right? They, from a relevant standpoint, Horace, I don't know what you want to did. I don't know what kind of businesses you opened, but before me seeing this, the last time I saw Horace was on The Last Dance.
Yeah.
Don't know where he been. I know he got a nephew in the league. I know he has a nephew in the league that's doing really well. But other than that, I ain't saying Horace. And so
the grandkid, he used to actually play for Detroit.
Yes.
Yeah, I know he's talking about. I think he's with Portland now or something like that. Don't hold me to that.
Number 3. My number 3 reason is, I'm gonna be honest. Everywhere you look, you see these. Everywhere you look, man, I was on an elevator the other day. It was 4 of us. All 4 of us had on some. All 4
everybody. I mean, man, come on, man. You can wear them with a business suit. You can wear that with a cap and gown. I mean, you could be, you could be the CEO up in the office with them bad boys on. So come on.
It's ridiculous. It's
It is.
ridiculous to the extent that this man is still relevant after playing for 13 years and then not playing but selling $3 billion worth of sneakers and still walking in the stadiums and being honored. It's amazing. Number two, I think at the core, he is who we thought he was. Scottie was a guy who came from a situation where I think he outplayed himself. I think what he's seeing and what he experienced was way more than what he could have ever thought. And quite honestly, he got caught up in Chicago. Chicago is a place where you can get caught up.
Yeah. Yeah. We all know, we know that. We know that.
And he got caught up. And I think the number one reason why this is pissing me off is because I said it earlier. We shut down the city when that team played. You could drive around during the 9-day playoffs.
Yeah,
and the streets would be empty.
Man, on a Sunday. Remember them playoff games on a Sunday? We all get together.
The economy was booming. You could go to any bar, any restaurant, and
listen
and live a life. And so to defame that, to make us think that we were living a lie, it's like watching right now. It's like watching. I was watching a clip with 106 in Park where they showed me where AJ, the dude AJ,
yeah,
that was a man wig he had on with the locks the whole time.
That wasn't his braids. This ninja called out AJ from 106 in Park.
Ain't nobody safe, man. Ain't nobody. I'm gonna say
top 5 and why. Top 5 and why, baby.
Top 5, allegedly. Top 5 and why.
Real talk, man. Thanks for joining us for the inaugural episode of TIPI. The most interesting part is we want to keep it going for y'all. So please just, like and subscribe to the link so we can bring y'all some more great entertainment, insight, fun stuff, and props. We got props on this show. You know what I'm saying? This ain't just a microphone and a headphone. We got gold-plated Jordans, man. We got, holla at your boy.
We got the bull head with Rodman and Mike minus Scottie. That thing right there probably worth something, man. You better put that up.
You get Scottie on here, now we talking. But Scottie's a bitch.
You ain't getting Scottie on shit right now.
If you had a window, that window's closed, son.
That window's closed, son.
Feel me? You feel me? That window's closed, son. Right on, dog. I appreciate you, man. And we love y'all madly. We always say this, man, when we get ready to bounce. Fly low. Remember this one?
Avoid the radar.
And no matter what happens, when they come for the car, save the radio, baby. Holla, man. TIPI. TIPI. Scottie.